In Death Stranding 2, your goal is to continue expanding the chiral network that you took from coast to coast across America in the first game. This time going outside the UCA deep into both Mexico and Australia, bringing the world together once and for all. This sequel has garnered rave reviews from just about everywhere, and since I just earned the Platinum Trophy in its predecessor, I figured I would jump right into this one. In order to do that, I'll need to defeat old foes, uncover the truth about everything, and create an unbreakable link between the worlds. Can I survive another Kojima cinematic experience, or will I fall flat on my face? Let's find out as I go for the Platinum Trophy in
-61. Have I ever really loved someone?
Do me a solid while you guys are here, hit the like button for me and subscribe to the channel if you do enjoy this video. Just give me a couple minutes of your time, and if you like the video, click that button for me. It'll help YouTube know what you want to see. Most importantly, it'll help them know that you like what I do, and it'll help my wife know that it's worth me putting the time into doing these videos. 11 months after the events of Death Stranding, Sam is living a quiet life with Lou away from the craziness of Bridges and his former life. Arriving at Sam's home, I managed to get my first trophy before the story really even began. My first structure has been built. A ladder to cross this water and not get me and this little baby killed. An intruder ruins his solitude, and it feels like everything is about to turn upside down until an old friend walks in. Fragile tells us that she has something called jump shock, which prevents her from jumping to and from different locations like we did in the first game. So she just decided to walk in the front door, but she came bearing bad news as she needed Sam to go back to his old Porter ways, but not for Bridges this time. The UCA is now under control of a company called APAC that specializes in using the network to eliminate the need for human porters via their APAS 4000 system, and they contracted Fragile's new outfit called Drawbridge to handle the job of cross-country connection. And of course, she came to her favorite porter, Sam. With Sam officially back in the workforce, Lou was left in Fragile's care, and I was off to make my way around Mexico. All right, here we go. I'm gonna read through all these. So, a first glimpse of the SSS. Read an SSS post first time. The Social Strand Service. It's like that. Send a like for the first time. Easy enough. Using my Cupid for the first time to connect Ciudad Nudo del Norte, or C1 for short, I earned the trophy starting point before getting to the real juicy part of this game. Unlike the original, I was given a gun upon completing my first connection, and with as rough as combat was without guns in DS1, I was so happy to get one early in this one, just knowing that it was going to make everything so much easier. Inside my private room, I completed my first VR training just to make sure I hadn't lost a step in the week between finishing Death Stranding 1 and the new game coming out. There we go. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Covert Action 1. 200 likes for that. My first training session. Complete a VR training program for the first time. That makes sense. I should have figured that would have been a trophy. Aid requests are a new form of secondary mission in the game. Essentially, they're unofficial missions that get added to the map, and you can choose to do them or completely disregard their existence. They can be helpful if you're grinding for 5-star connections, and I completed my first one here to help out the good people of Via Libre. Pushing forward to the C1 South Distro Center, I received my 2400th like for completing orders and was quickly introduced to G-Quakes, or Gatequakes as they're also called. Somehow, while Sam was busy connecting the UCA in the first game, these mysterious gates appeared in Mexico and Australia. Scientists seem to believe that G-Quakes happen when someone or thing travels through the plate gates, and that the only way to help stop them is by connecting the areas surrounding the gates. Upon reaching the research lab near the gate, I was reintroduced to our old friend Dead Man, but something felt off about the encounter. Another G-Quake sent us tumbling back downhill a bit, coming face to face with our first major BT battle of the game. Oh my. Okay. Why is that a person's head? What the hell? That thing is the BT? Okay. Okay, buddy. Get up, Sam. Get up, Sam. Get up, Sam. Oh my god, it ate me. No, 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 no. Paddle. 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 Ah! Kill this damn thing, please, before it gets up again. I need another blood grenade, please. Kill it. Kill it. Oh, buddy. That was so much more difficult than I expected it to be. The area was safe for now, but I wasn't safe at all from another classic Kojima plot twist, with Dead Man dropping a major bomb on my head that the BB we traveled with in the first game, which was now Little Lou, was actually the second BB-28. This never should have happened, as the original 28 was decommissioned and, by all accounts, disposed of afterwards. This kinda works in Sam's favor though, because since she was never officially in Bridges' records, Lou should be safe from being taken by them if that scenario were to arise. A heartwarming speech from Dead Man revealed that the fear plaguing him from the first game is gone, because he's discovered that although he is just Frankenstein's monster, he does have a beach and will have an afterlife.
It doesn't matter how I was born. I have lived as a human. And thus do I possess a beach like any other. I am not a machine, but a person with a ha and a ka and a beach to go with them.
It's sad, but I'm happy he found out he has a beach. I didn't expect them to kill off somebody from the first game so quickly. Looking back on it, my mistake was expecting Kojima to not kill somebody from the first game that we grew to care about. And honestly, it was an even bigger mistake to not expect it to get infinitely worse really quickly. What the fuck?
What the hell happened?
What?
The best I could hope for was to jump Lou out. Just Lou.
Did she get her out of there? No. There's no way they're killing that kid, right? There's no shot. They killed a baby. That child's not dead. I'm not gonna believe. Lou, can you hear me? Can you see me? Kojima killed a baby, man? Clearly and understandably suffering from some form of PTSD, Sam snaps and has spent an entire month ending himself over and over again, but because of his status as a repatriate, he returns each time to continue suffering. Fragile is able to convince him to join her crew aboard the ship called the DHV Magellan and start his new journey without Lou. Time to start new journey, complete episode 2. Oh, wow. They really killed that baby, man. Meeting the crew, we're introduced to Tarman and Dollman, and then officially get filled in on the plan to bring Australia onto the chiral network. Similar to the first game, when Sam connects to Lou's pod, he experiences a vision, and also similar to the first game, we have no idea who's in this vision or why we're seeing it, but it'll all come together pretty quickly. Exiting the ship, I built my first sign for the trophy, Promising Signs, before heading to the plate gate where things got weird. Seeing the hooded group, who were clearly the ones behind the attack on Fragile and Lou, I had a feeling I was in store for some weird shit once we got through that gate. With Australia now on the network, I popped back into the DHV Magellan, where Sam met a third, faceless person called Charlie, whose identity is being left in the dark, but they're the person funding Drawbridge's operations. It was here where the very ominous president of APAC made himself known to Sam as well, and instantly this dude gave off bad guy vibes, but knowing Kojima, some way, somehow, this guy will end up being the hero of the story. Bringing Australia onto the network allowed Sam to utilize the APAS 4000 system, where I could apply enhancements to make him an even smoother operator in the field. Pretty much everything in Death Stranding 2 was a drastic improvement on how the first game worked, but one thing I was glad remained the same was the standard order setup. Keeping those orders separate from the quote-unquote main ones for each facility helped me keep on the right track to get the story done. Completing my first of those standard sub-orders for Peter down at the Western Environmental Observatory was enough to get the aptly named Standard Porter Trophy. In the early game, I noticed that roads seemingly required significantly less materials to build than in Death Stranding 1, so I took advantage. I went along building a whole network of roads from facility to facility as I moved forward, with the first connecting to Old Pete's place. There we go, we built the road now. Beautiful. Now we got literally a full roadway around this entire area because somebody else built the other one. That's massive. That's pretty sick. Road restore, we know what that one's for. I'm not even gonna pop it up and bother reading it. We know what it is, we know what we did. Heading toward West Fort Knot, Tarman gave Sam a heads up about some weird activity within the nearby tar currents and warned him to be prepared for a fight. So with guns in hand, I pulled up, and what unfolded was a scene that I could not have expected. Oh my God. Okay. Let's see what these people are all about. Oh, man. I know you freaks are the ones that killed my BB.
Well, now, aren't you a sight for sore eyes?
Is that Troy Baker? Is that Higgs?
Just a good old-fashioned boss fight.
Oh my God. What in the higgly hell is that? Something if I hit the eye, it'll eventually fall or something, right? Oh, wait, hold on. Those look like weak points. I bet I can break this thing's legs, huh? Blow it up. Come on. Couple shots. Okay. Wow. With the first good old-fashioned boss fight handled, I chose to take a breather in Sam's private room, taking some time to reminisce on old memories, and decided to give Sam a more positive outlook, hoping that it would help him wake up in the morning. Imagine waking up and seeing yourself every time you wake up. You're just like, go rule the day, pal. Oh yeah, that's the one. Making it your own. Use a screenshot taken in photo mode to decorate your private room. That's something. Sometimes you do goofy shit and it works out, people. Fragile is understandably distraught when she realizes that Higgs was most likely the one that hurt her and Lou, which led Sam to telling her Higgs said,
Even if you don't know a goddamn thing about Lou.
Rehashing a trophy from the first game, I swapped some cargo with a couple NPC porters, earning the Porters Make the World Go Round trophy. Dropping off a key piece of cargo at a prepper shelter called Rainbow Valley finished off episode 3 before I met the next key character in this story. This is Rainey, a pregnant woman who has essentially been an outcast her entire life because she has dooms. Unlike Sam or Fragile, her dooms are completely different because every time she goes outside, it causes timefall to come down, destroying everything around her. That being said though, it actually has the opposite effect if you're close enough to her. If you played Death Stranding 1, you'll remember that Fragile's skin was ruined by Higgs when he sent her through a timefall shower to prevent a nuke from destroying South Knot City. In this game, she's fully healed, and I was really confused as to how that happened until this cutscene made it all make sense. Rainey used her timefall ability to actually heal Fragile completely, so that's actually a really cool touch. She was even able to use her abilities to put out a raging bushfire tormenting a nearby animal shelter. I actually really enjoyed that they added these animal missions to the game because one thing that was always on my mind during Death Stranding 1 was, did animals like survive the Death Stranding? There are literally none of them anywhere that I can remember offhand, and having the ability to kind of like see them and help save them I thought was a pretty cool touch, even if Sam kind of has to tackle them to the ground. Rainey also has what's called still baby syndrome, which means that her unborn child is essentially stuck at 7 months. The child is still alive technically, but basically frozen in time and won't grow anymore, meaning she could be pregnant until there's a cure found, so we really gotta find one. Completing episode 4 at the Northern Environmental Observatory set us up for our first showdown with the military man of this game, taking Sam to a war zone unlike any we'd seen before. Who on earth are you, dude? Alright, that's a pretty hardcore picture they're doing right there, but regardless, who the hell is this guy? Is that Elle Fanning? Or Ellie Fanning, whatever her name is? I know she's in this, that looked like her. Alright, before this next bit happens, we all see it, right? I ran around this battlefield taking on not-so-solid Snake and his goons in what would be the first of a few showdowns before he referenced the greatest grunge band of all time?
Did he say Nirvana?
I got an S rank. Wow. Did he say Nirvana? Does it smell like Teen Spirit in here? The girl we briefly saw in that cutscene somehow returned to the real world with us and brought along so many questions. I had my own questions when Fragile named her
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, huh?
Tomorrow. That's the name you gave her, is Tomorrow? I don't know how I feel about that one, but okay. While completing more orders, I ended up grabbing 3 more trophies for delivering cargo totaling 2 tons, getting 50,000 likes from my fellow porters, and reaching a total distance traveled of 80 kilometers on my orders. Whether you've played the game or not, I'm sure you've heard the song Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head at some point in your life. It's an absolute classic, and in a weird way, it's like the main theme of this game pretty much. By this point in the story, it had been played or sung by one of the characters multiple times, but this next one really got me thinking. How does she know that song?
Till happiness steps up to greet me. Okay.
Raindrops keep falling on my head. But that doesn't mean my eyes will soon be turning red.
Okay. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how she knows that song. No. The addition of monorails as another form of transportation was another in a great line of upgrades made from DS1. Being able to straight up avoid regular travel and carry not only my cargo, but also Sam and whatever vehicle I was riding around in came in super clutch on more than one occasion. During my travels, I rebuilt them as I found them, similar to what I was doing with the roadways, and eventually I came across one connected to a mine just a hair north of the Dowser facility and finished rebuilding both of them. Rail Restorer. Restore and fully reopen a monorail line. Okay, cool. Dig, dig, dig. Restore 3 mines. 2 for the price of 1. We love that. Back aboard the DHV Magellan, Tomorrow overheard a conversation the crew was having about her, and she chose to abandon ship in search of a way to return to where she used to be. Tracking her proved to not be much of an issue, but once we found her, things got a bit insane. Son of a bitch. What is that? There you go, blow up. Ghost blade. Like a blade from Ghost Runner. I like how they wait like they're villains in like a cartoon. They just attack one at a time. Oh, snap, crackle, and pop, Rice Krispies. What? Bro. Oh my god. There's not even a sense in wasting your bullets, Sam. Let her handle it. Dude, she's insane. To our little family. Complete episode 6, Chrysalis. Meeting up with an old friend who isn't dead this time, kinda, Heartman joined the crew and instantly added some weirdness, telling Sam that he's been receiving mail from himself and that Fragile has been getting them too. More importantly, some of the mail that he has sent involves Lou and her history as a BB. Originally, there were 10 BBs that were going to be used to sustain the chiral network, but only 9 had actually been used. Lou's pod should have been a part of everything when Amelie and her team went west, but for some reason she was left behind, so there's still much more to this mystery than we could have imagined. A little bit ago, when I mentioned completing the mine and monorail near the Dowser's facility, something else happened that I didn't mention, and that's because I didn't think much of it when it actually happened in the first place. When I was exploring the area around the mine, I ended up seeing a little animal and saving it to return to the animal shelter, but completely forgot I'd had it for quite a while. Since I was finally in the area, I went to drop it off, and this happened. Finally drop off this, what was it, a Tasmanian devil that I picked up? Finally drop off this animal that I've had in this box for ages now. Surprised PETA hasn't been called on me yet. Rare specimen rescuer? Deliver an albino animal to the animal shelter for the first time. That thing was an albino? Driving through the desert, I came to a place simply known as the Motherhood, where I met the doctor. She also has dooms and is able to actually remove a baby from the mother's womb and put them into a pod to examine them before safely returning them, so it's possible she could help Rainey. The Motherhood has been getting attacked pretty regularly by men that they can't defend themselves against, so in order to keep them safe, they asked Sam to take care of the facility, making the weapons, and of course he agreed. Something weird did happen at the end of this, and I haven't seen any talk about it online, so kind of want to start a dialogue in the comments of this video if you guys also like see what I see. Right here, is she pulling out the bullet that was used to kill Sam when he was originally a bridge baby back in the first game? Is that what I'm picking up? Am I crazy? Because, like, if that's the case, that would mean that she knew that he was a BB and was killed as a BB, which would probably mean she was one of Sam's doctors that helped nurse him to health after Bridget/Amelie brought him back from the beach. Before heading off for the next battle, I took a load off in a nearby hot spring when I was suddenly transported to Heartman's lab and ended up getting the ability to dig my own. Along with that came a mission to do just that, so I took a little hike up a nearby mountain and built my first and ended up taking in the scenery of the night sky. Oh, that's straight up chiral water. Huh. Spring into life. Dig a hot spring for the first time. Look at the stars. What does that mean?
This is the life.
Huh.
Yeah, enjoy it while you can, Sam.
Written in the stars. Study the night sky for the first time. I'm so glad I'm recording right now, because I could have done this and had just zero clue either of these things were gonna happen. I managed to sneak my way through the weapons facility with no issue, but naturally was found out as I was trying to exit, and this was the point where the game started to really dive into Kojima's weird tendencies, and it all starts with Higgs, because of course it does. What the hell?
So let love warm you
Guitar?
till the morning.
Wow, that's what you look like now? How the hell are we gonna get out of this?
Let the glorious game over loop begin.
Oh, shit.
The fuck?
What is happening? Watching him fight with a guitar is... I don't even... I can't... Like, half of me can't take this seriously. Holy shit! That's supposed to be, like...
Come on, Sam. Let's get going and
Boo?
return the ring terminal
Somehow?
expansion
I don't...
device.
I heard a baby laughing the whole time, and then it played her, like, nursery, like, her mobile. Now, like, what the fuck just happened? Hoping to uncover the secret of Higgs' coffin, we retrieved it from a nearby enemy base, and upon returning it to a guy known simply as the Mechanic, he was able to craft a schematic for me to fabricate my own, and by the end of the game, riding around on a coffin was easily my favorite form of transportation. It was here where Episode 7 ended, as Episode 8 kicked off with a bang, sending Sam into another dimension, once again faced off with our foe from the tar. This time I found myself in an underwater world fighting off the unnamed man and his goons, still having no idea who he was or why we were in this fight to begin with. Nice, dude. For a second there, I was on the ropes. Thought he had me. What? Said Lou, where's Lou? What? Before being sent back into the world, Sam managed to grab an ID card from our fallen foe, and the crew was able to deduce that his name is Neil Vana, but that name still means nothing to Sam. It turns out Neil was a smuggler for Bridges who died in the same void out that took the lives of Sam's wife and unborn child 11 years ago, but unfortunately that doesn't give much insight into who we were dealing with. Not long after, during another cutscene, the ties between the two were brought to light. Neil's therapist was Sam's partner, and based on a picture of the two looking pretty cozy together, it's a possibility that Neil was the true father of Lucy's unborn child, and that Lou was never Sam's to begin with. Some of the facilities in Death Stranding 2 hold secrets that you really have to work to uncover. One of those facilities is the Ghost Hunter, located at the base of the Snowy Mountains, and this dude had more than one secret to uncover. The first revolved around a group called the Headless Riders, and they were an unknown gang of bad guys that kept taking out porters during late night deliveries. I waited until nighttime at a nearby shelter somebody built and went toward the attack site prepared for a fight. Huh. What on earth? Come on. Okay. Nice. Oh my god.
That's how you do it, Sam.
Focus on the purple one. Bang. This is so wild, dude. This is actually insane. Did it work? The Headless Riders unmasked.
Well fought, Sam.
Oh, I thought they were about to just send me off the edge. That was really cool. With the Ghost Hunter now on the network, I moved on to the Metagenomicist just above the Tar Lake, and she gave me one of the best items in the game. Bringing her into the fold netted me the EX Capture Grenade, giving me the ability to capture large BTs, which would allow me to use them in fights with other large BTs. I ended up putting these bad boys to good use pretty much immediately when I came face to face with a massive battle down the road. Well, I think it's time to boogie. I think we're gonna have to fight. Get those capture grenades ready, because I'm for sure gonna try to catch one of these fuckers. Oh shit. There's more than one.
This is your
Okay.
chance to turn that monster into a BT crystal you can use later.
Throw it. BT's best friend, we did the thing. Give me the crystal. 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 The crew located another one of Higgs' facilities, except this one was mass producing his mech army that we'd been fighting throughout the game, so taking this place out was going to be huge in helping defeat him for good. Much to my surprise, I didn't get attacked after clearing this place out because I was fully expecting a boss fight or a cutscene to take place like it did earlier, but nothing really happened. Reaching this point in the game, it was finally time to start dealing with what I felt was easily the most annoying terrain to cover, the Snowy Mountain. Starting with the Adventurer, I was able to find and save this dude for what was actually the second time in this game, which was the final thing I needed to do to bring the DHV Magellan over and end episode 8. For a while now, the crew had been getting messages from someone claiming to be Heartman, but he swore it wasn't him, adding another mystery to the all too confusing lives that our crew were already leading. It turns out that he was sending them, but it wasn't him controlling his body. Dead Man was actually taking control of Heartman's body when he's away doing his thing on the beach, and since Dead Man is a literal dead man at this point and on the beach, he has the ability to get more information than a normal living person. A brief return to the motherhood brought us another stunning revelation. According to Lou's pod, her birthday was the same day as the void out that killed Sam's wife, or partner, whatever. It also showed that her original BB number was 00, meaning she was the very first bridge baby and the one that was originally supposed to single-handedly support the chiral network. It was pretty late by the time I'd gotten done with this part, and the last thing I expected was someone asking me about a trophy in the game. Well, that happened when a friend of mine asked if the trophy, a private show, was bugged for me, and truthfully, I didn't know if it was because I didn't even know that was a trophy. So with that on the brain, I looked it up, and apparently to get this one, you have to go to your private room and play the song Horizon Dreamer and look over at Dollman, who should just be vibing on his shelf. I'm not sure if it was a bug or what, but as far as I was in the game, I tried to do it several times and he wouldn't give me the prompt. But luckily I ended up reloading an older save, which happened to be like right after I got the music track, and it worked. A private show. There we go. Once we had over 3/4 of Australia brought onto the network, it really felt like I was in a groove and not much else could cause me problems. And then Higgs showed up at his assholey best.
Damn. When'd you start rolling with such a big cruise, Sam? Settle. Unless you want me to blow her head off. You know I'm only here to get revenge on you. And Sam. Rest of y'all really have no quarrel with, so, you let me keep the two of them and y'all can fuck off. Ain't that a funny trick you got?
What on earth? One of the things I really loved about this game was how much of a badass they made Tomorrow into, but I kind of hated how, like, you'd watch her beat ass, and then they'd be like, Sam, you have to be the one to fight this boss, not the demon girl that just beat the piss out of everything. You gotta do it, buddy. I hated that part. I was like, let her fight sometimes too, you know? This fight was essentially a rematch from back at the beginning when Higgs first showed his face, but it was definitely a nice spot to have it because it broke up the pace of slowly driving up and down the mountain. Bringing South Fort Knott onto the network was a simple ordeal, but what happened after was anything but. The president told us that somehow Bridget was behind the funding for Drawbridge, and if word got out, it would be really bad for all parties involved. He also said that our friend Charlie was most likely not a real person, which added even more confusion onto that puzzle. Exiting the facility, I built a couple structures to knock out the trophy master builder and ended up fixing someone else's ramp for emergency worker before making my way back to a facility I had linked up ages ago by this point. I found a piece of lost cargo for the pizza chef called Pizza Chef's Misanga, which I figured I'd drop off since I was going around doing deliveries for a bit anyways. Doing that resulted in one of the best and weirdest moments in this entire playthrough. Deliver Pizza Chef's Misanga? I've had that thing for ages. Hell? There's fabricators down here. What the hell? Hold on. Did they do the same thing they did in Death Stranding 1 where the guy I had to deliver pizza to was actually Higgs, and that this guy posing as a pizza delivery guy is going to be Higgs? Oh, ha, ha, ha. They really did. They really did this again. Okay, this guy actually is making pizza. Yeah, why are the mechs in here? What the hell? He's attacking me? Do I have to kill this guy?
No one will ever stop me from making my pizzas.
Dude, he's beating the shit out of me. He gonna hit me with a pizza pie? Oh, that looks disgusting. Wow, he caught that whole thing. Good for him.
Those who dare disrespect pizza do not deserve to live.
But the pizza man just kicked the crap out of me, and then fed me delicious pizza. I'm so conflicted. So it was Higgs and his people doing that. So you're the pizza chef. He is the pizza chef. He beat the crap out of me. By this point, I was nearly done connecting all of Australia, but we had one big target left to bring into the fold, Terminal Fort Knott. Getting there under normal circumstances, I'm sure would have been easy, but by now, Higgs had his army of mechs spread all over the continent, making any kind of progress a real pain in the ass. I barely survived this fight, and once it finished, I was witness to one of the most brutal, painstaking cutscenes in a game I've personally witnessed, where Sam literally gets incinerated to death not once, not twice, not even 3 or 4 times, but 5 times before he gets saved. Holy shit. Perfect timing. After this crazy journey and everything that just happened to Sam, it seemed like there wasn't going to be a good time to tell him the truth about Lou. The fact that he'd been traveling with an empty BB pod the entire time finally broke the immersion and sent him into a pretty dark place until Fragile was able to help him come out of it a bit. Not much happened after that in episode 10, so I pulled up to the F7 North Distro Center and connected them to finish it off before a final showdown with Neil Vana would reveal the truth once and for all. In a flashback through Neil's eyes, it's revealed that he and Sam's partner Lucy met when she saved his life back when they were kids. It's also revealed that when Neil had the chance to repay the favor, he left her there to die, and somehow she survived. All right, Neil, where you at, buddy? We've done enough running. Figure this out. Who the hell is this? Oh, is that him? Are you in a suit now?
Just to make it more romantic.
Pull the gun out, dummy. This is crazy. Come on. Keep shooting. Keep shooting. Oh, there he is again. Damn. Keeps popping up right in front of me. Every time I expect him to, like, end up somewhere else, he's right there. Finally. He's just warping all over the place, back and forth, up and down. Literally upside down at points. Like, what do you mean, brother? What the hell?
What is this? Keep Lou safe.
In another flashback, everything is finally laid out. Lucy and Neil had an affair due to the high emotions of seeing each other after all these years when he became her patient. Eventually, she became pregnant with Lou, who was 100% Sam's baby, and ended things with Neil, and now that Sam had what I believe was a hard drive, more would come to light very soon. Keep Lou safe. But now, back in the real world, it was time to take over Terminal Fort Knott in what turned out to be an insane battle from start to finish. Oh no. It was never gonna be that easy. I'm 98% sure it's Higgs as a ghost man. Shit. That is the exact opposite of what I needed to happen there. Oh my god. What are the odds I actually make it this time? I'd say slim. Come on, dude. Oh.
Meet again.
Dead Man? What? Oh my god, Dead Man is the greatest of all time. Oh, come on. You're kidding me.
Can you hear me? Wake up.
I didn't expect it to have friends. Pretend you won. No, I'm good. Oh my god, I did it. Okay. I probably wouldn't have died had I noticed had I noticed its friends right next to me when I first got into that fight. To help you find the strength to carry on. I'm shocked I got S rank on that. I thought my health would have played into that. Oh, come on.
You see, y'all can't win.
The fourth wall break is crazy. Oh my god.
Damn it. Oh, and by the way, Sam, it was me who killed Lou. Kinda tickles.
Now that Higgs was out of our hair for hopefully the last time, the president revealed that he, or rather they, were the ones behind it after all. They provided Higgs with the army of mechs and the weapons, they gave Drawbridge the contract to connect Mexico and Australia to the network, and they will be the ones to control humans via the chiral network. You might be wondering who they are, and to be honest, I was too for a bit, but I think I have it figured out. There was a massive void out at some point after we reconnected the UCA where 4,000 lives were lost, but for some reason they weren't completely dead. Those 4,000 lost souls combined to become a singularity, and because of their extended power on their beach, they can control things with the use of the plate gate that's going to rise in Australia now. Doing so would make sure that a void out would never happen again, and according to them, this would allow humanity to once again evolve, but this time as souls living within the chiral verse. By this point, my head felt like it was going to explode, and honest to God, what happened next only made things worse.
I'm not about to let that happen.
Charlie? Guess we finally get to learn who he is.
And protect you. So let love warm you till the morning.
Die Hardman was Charlie? That's why we had to use Die Hardman's voice, isn't it? The dancing just really, really confused by the dancing stuff. That was, this is kind of weird. Hardman has been the one posing as Charlie and pulling the strings for Drawbridge this entire time, and because of him giving us a special Cupid to connect the continents, APAS can't possibly do what they want, and he essentially saved the world from their weird extinction plan. Everything was right in the world once again, and it was finally time to go home. Is it Higgs again? Literally how, bro? How, dude?
Your genes lined up beautifully.
No.
God damn, man. She's your daughter.
What? There is no way, dude. I said that episodes ago and was like, no, there's no way Kojima would actually do that. No way.
We'll be waiting on the beach.
No shit. Oh my god. I spent a little time unwinding from the mind that just took place, and while doing so, not only delivered my 500th piece of cargo, but also managed to bring every last facility onto the chiral network, earning myself keep on connecting in the process. To find Higgs, I had to return to Sam's home by Mexico in order to find something that would connect the two, but it was never going to be that simple. Not only was there a first BT fight, but there was a much larger second one that, without being able to summon another BT I captured earlier in the playthrough, would have probably taken me like 20 plus minutes. The first one was pretty uneventful, but something really funny happened when I found it. They're like stuck. Is it stuck under that building? Oh my god. I might have been given the gift of the century. I don't even know what this thing looks like, bro. I just ended up saying screw it and moved forward onto the much bigger, more important fight. Oh man. I'm gonna call in my friend again, because that was a big help. How big of an asshole are you that you put 2 boss fights back to back, Kojima? Oh my god! What? What do you mean? This might be the worst boss fight music of all time. This sounds like I'm in a 1940s noir show. Like, oh my god. There we go. Wow. Shout out once again, BT Raya or Raya, that beach thing. That little like flying stingray or whatever it is cracked, dude. It took a bit of time, but I found the picture of Bridget, Amelie, Sam, and a pregnant Lucy, which was exactly what we needed to get to the beach, kicking off one of the craziest endings I've ever experienced. We have to get tomorrow back. We have to do it. There we go. Been waiting on that for a game and a half. Wow. What? They all combined to be one thing? Excuse me? Bang. Oh, shit. There we go. Beat that ass, dude. Beat that ass. Good block. Come on. There we go. Okay. Definitely not Higgs. He's just controlling that, clearly. Come on, he's cooked. He's cooked. He's cooked. I was gonna say, there's more to this, isn't there? Oh my god. It's the same as the first game, just with guitars, dude. This is so weird. Shred right back. What am I supposed to do here? This is gonna be like a quick time, like I'm playing Guitar Hero. What the f is happening? What is this? I feel like I'm on acid. Play the guitar, baby. Just like my dad tried to teach me when I was 7, but it did not work out. Hopefully this goes better. Okay, it went better. Did that get him? Oh! Oh! It's so, I don't know, a giant baby giving you a thumbs up after it just ate a guy. It's like adorable and horrifying all at once. Because of Sam's status as a repatriate, Bridges was going to take Lou away from Lucy and make her the first Bridge baby to use her to power the chiral network. Lucy asked Neil to say the baby was his to protect Lou, but unfortunately they were both killed anyways while trying to escape, and Neil's body was the one that actually triggered the void out that destroyed everything. Back in episode 1, Fragile managed to jump Lou to Neil's beach where he could fulfill his promise to Lucy by keeping her safe, though Fragile was killed by Higgs after doing so. So Fragile has actually been dead this whole time, but holding on to help us on this journey. After everything that happened from start to finish in this one, I never could have expected a happy ending, but honestly, that's what we got.
I remember now. The journey the two of us went on together. You and me, Sam.
No.
We will always be connected. I'm here, Louise.
Yeah.
That got me. That got me. Death can't tear us apart. Since I managed to get 46 out of the 55 trophies during the story playthrough, for once my cleanup for a game wasn't going to be a huge undertaking. Finishing my connection with the fisherman by Tar Lake for the most part was pretty painless, but the end goal for this guy was always to take out the Lord of the Lake. This thing is a massive BT that he once saw while out on the tar with his friends, and he was the only survivor of that encounter. Discovering that to bring it out, we needed a specific type of BT to be summoned, I captured one and then made my way to the lake for the showdown with the Lord of the Tar. Oh, holy shit. Okay, this is actually doing a lot. Keep hitting. Do not stop, do not stop, do not stop. Raya, can you please hit this thing one more time for me before you go away? No? Okay, cool. Oh, come on. Please, before I get clapped. Showdown at the Tar Lake. We did it. After the story credits rolled, I got the option to leave the drawbridge Cupid on or turning it off, which would mean I'd have to deal with the ghost mechs and the like, so I left it on. Unbeknownst to me, doing so meant that I couldn't access the ghost hunter anymore, which gave me a trophy. Killing one of the little golden chiral creatures around the map was a simple enough solution to obtain Conqueror of the Golden CC, and it wasn't too long after that I reached level 40 in every porter grade and completed 10 deliveries, 10 recoveries, and 10 elimination/destruction standard orders with an S rank on casual or above difficulty to officially earn Seasoned Porter, which I have to say was significantly easier than getting Birth and Growth of a Legend in Death Stranding 1. Circling back to the Ghost Hunter, finishing this facility meant that I needed to have every single facility on the network in order to obtain his final mission. That final mission was to save Terminal Fort Knott from succumbing to a void out, courtesy of one of the massive BTs we saw not only at the end of Death Stranding 1, but on the beach here before the final fight with Higgs. Alright, what are we dealing with? No. No. We're not playing around with that. Nope. Nope. Nope, not at all. Just keep shooting. Just don't stop. Don't even consider letting go of the trigger. Please. I don't know what it thinks it's doing, but it's not doing it. Nope. Oh my god. Keep shooting. Come on, we did it! Savior of Terminal Fort Knott. The final few trophies were tied to the last of the 42 facilities I had to max out. The Adventurer was the fella I saved off the mountain and at multiple other points because the entire way to max out his facility was just going on rescue missions every time I was about to get another star. I don't know if this experience is unique to me or not, but there were points where I literally had to spend hours bouncing around between facilities, doing random missions completely unrelated to this place because no missions would pop up for me to complete his facility. I only found one lost piece of cargo the entire time I was completing this one too, meaning I had to strictly rely on those missions that simply were not populating. Once they finally had and I made it to the end of the line, this is what went down. Am I not supposed to kill it? Oh, no, I'm not. Okay. Well, this is something. Scars left by the Giants. Arrive at the BT Nexus in the F3 crater.
We need to get out of here right now.
You're joking. Oh my god. Oh, this is not real. This is not real. This is not real. Bring my own BT into the fold. Fuck that. Really hope it puts me back where I'm supposed to go. I'm assuming that's what's gonna happen. It did. Okay, good. Okay, let's get off. And this should finally finish this game. Deliver. Yep. Take your father back.
Sam, you found him and brought him home.
Yep. Yes, I did.
Critical.
It is.
Give me a moment to check his vitals.
Okay. Yep. He's good, buddy.
Man who came awfully close to you.
Connecting hearts and minds. It's finally done. Homo Liberans, the savior of humanity. Another platinum trophy journey is in the books. I am going to take a nice long nap because this was a long grind. 8 days after release, early release. So much stuff to get done. Thank you all so much for watching. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, please. I will see you in the next one. I love you.